And Slash, who is a dear friend of mine, we love animals and things like that. He wanted to play guitar, and I wanted him to play guitar on it. And we got together, and we went to Germany, and we shot this thing in just like 2 hours, really. We had no time at all to shoot it. We wanted it to be something exciting and fantastical and fans, and, you know, like it's our rock concert. And that's the result of.
I love you.
Right. Somebody has to turn it off then. If he leaves the guitar there, will somebody turn it off?
Give In to Me is a song by American singer-songwriter Michael Jackson, released as the 7th single from his 8th studio album, Dangerous, 1991. Released in February 1993 by Epic Records, the song peaked at number 1 in New Zealand for 4 consecutive weeks and at number 2 on the UK singles chart. The track was written and produced by Jackson and Bill Bottrell, and features Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash. Several critics wrote that the song has an aggressive sexual flavor. It was released in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand only. The single release's B-sides include the album versions of Dirty Diana and Beat It.
You'll remember? Okay. I wish you could trash it. See? See?
Genesis. This song is written in the key of E minor. Jackson's vocals spans from G3 to B4. It has a moderately slow tempo of 87 beats per minute. Stylistically, Give In to Me is a hard rock and heavy metal ballad. Michael Jackson, Bill Bottrell, and the assistant recording engineer, Brad Sundberg, met for an impromptu work session. For 2 hours, Jackson and Bottrell exchanged ideas and looked for inspiration to write a rock song. Ensconced in the studio with CDs of Van Halen, AC/DC, and other hard rock groups to hand, they began to sketch out the bare bones of a ballad. A large part of this session would sadly be leaked on the internet after Brad Sundberg presented a copy of the recording during one of his seminars in the early 2010s. On this fascinating document, the king of pop can be heard exchanging ideas with his colleagues while letting his imagination run free. He launches into vocal improvisation and has fun with expressions, in the style of the Beatles' song Dig It, such as like CIA, like FBI, like a Rolling Stone, and like B.B. King.
Like a Rolling Stone. Like the FBI. Hear that?
What's
like
that?
The CIA.
Sounds familiar.
John Lennon. Like the BBC.
Oh. What song is it?
B.B. King.
Today was a rough day. I think some of the forums are already starting to pick up on this, but I thought I would just talk to you directly myself. It seems as though one of our guests stole my laptop and one of my hard drives.
Little by little, the tune of Give In to Me takes shape around 3 chords which, though they are reminiscent of those of Dirty Diana, give a strong, singular identity to the song, the main theme of which is hopeless love. Michael Jackson plays the neglected anti-hero, abandoned in a one-way love story. The depressive romanticism of Give In to Me definitively deprives the album Dangerous of a song that pins all its hopes on love. Production. In a work setting where everything seemed to be measured and weighted down to the last decibel, Michael Jackson felt the need to take the pressure off by making Give In to Me a song conceived with a certain spontaneity. Bottrell says of the recording session. In fact, on Give In to Me, he looked to me for those looser, more instinctive vocals. These contrasted with what was achieved by the other people he was working with, because in that case, he had the same agenda as I had. Still, we took that song too far. We had a live take of me sitting on a stool, playing guitar, and him singing, with a very simple drum loop running throughout. Michael loved that, but it was me who got insecure and started layering things. Eventually, he had Slash come in and add loads of guitars, and the song was transformed, not for the better, in my view. And that had nothing to do with Slash, but by virtue of the production that went into it. 110. The result was a darkly romantic ballad that was ultimately underestimated in the discography of the king of pop. The short film. The music video is a performance-style live-action concert. The music video for Give In To Me features Jackson performing the song on stage at an indoor rock concert with ex-Living Colour bassist Muzz Skillings, Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash and Gilby Clarke, as well as the band's touring keyboardist Teddy Andreadis and legendary session drummer Tony Thompson. Loud explosions are later heard with visuals of stylized electrical arcs and Jackson dancing as they run down his body. The last scene shows one electrical arc running down Jackson's body, an unintentional effect that was left in. The video is featured on the video albums, Dangerous, the short films, and Michael Jackson's Vision. Made when the Infernal Marathon of the Dangerous tour was already underway, the short film of Give In To Me reflects the spirit of spontaneity in which the song was created in the studio. Michael Jackson reached agreement with Sony to make a simple, low-budget video. From the record label's point of view, the first 3 singles from Dangerous had already enabled the album to do satisfactorily well in the charts, and this latest video was now not a marketing priority. Michael tried to take advantage of this situation. In Chris Cadman's book The Maestro, he is quoted as saying, "We had no time at all to shoot it. We wanted it to be exciting and fantastical and fans, like it's a rock concert and that's how it ends up, that's the result." It was shot on June 25, 1992, in Munich, Germany, just 2 days before the opening concert of the Dangerous World Tour on June 27, 1992. The pyrotechnics appearing on the video are computer-generated and were added later on. It was later made available on YouTube in 2009. He managed to find a few hours in his crowded schedule to make the short film of Give In To Me. Slash and the members of the group Living Colour met him at 166 Landsberger Strasse, where a rock concert stage had been set up for the film. Fans and extras were recruited a few days before the shoot. The director Andy Morahan, who had already worked with Slash and Guns N' Roses on the clip of November Rain, directed the cameras to capture wide shots and close-ups of the King of Pop as he performed the song on the temporary stage. This simple shooting setup was just one aspect of the project. Like the song, which had benefited from ambitious post-production including, notably, input from Slash, the rushes shot that day in Munich were put together and amplified using digital effects. These give the impression that the rock concert is transformed into a firework display, with a series of explosions and bolts of electric lightning which shoot through the singer's moving body and those of his partners on stage.
Can we try? Can we try it just one more time? Then we'll take it from the top.
Because I just can't